Stop chasing the perfect nursery temperature. There isn't one. I'm Cherry, a maternal and newborn nurse, and I'll show you the simple trunk test that tells you if your baby's too warm, how to trust the baby with one layer more rule, and why a sweaty head is usually normal during deep sleep. Stay with me and we'll fix outfit, sleep gear, and I'll spell out the few red flags that mean call your pediatrician so you can stop guessing and everyone sleeps better. If you're finding your baby with a damp head or sweaty neck after naps, you are not alone. Most of the time, this is normal physiology and an easy environment fix, not a sign that you're doing something wrong. If you want a simple newborn roadmap, grab my free 0 to Zen, your newborn's first 30 days in the description. Okay, let's start with a big reassurance. Babies are still learning to regulate temperature. Their sleep cycles dip into very deep sleep, and in those stages, the body can cool itself with sweating, often on the scalp because babies release a lot of heat through their head. A warm room, heavy pajamas, or a cozy cuddle before you lay them down can tip them a little toasty, and you'll notice sweat. In short, a sweaty head alone, especially in an otherwise comfortable growing baby, is usually a laundry problem, not a medical emergency. What we'll do today is show you how to dial in the sleep setup, how to check for overheating correctly, and which red flag means it's time to call your pediatrician. Here's how to tell normal from not. Normal looks like occasional sweat on the head or on the neck, a warm but not hot chest, steady breathing, and a baby who settles back to sleep and wakes to feed well. What's not normal? Sweating plus a fever. That's 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius or higher. Sweating with labored breathing or color changes. Or sweating that's persistent and drenching night after night, especially if your baby is also feeding poorly or not gaining weight as expected. Those combos deserve a call to your clinician. In very young infants under 3 months, any fever needs medical evaluation the same day. Okay, let's set up the sleep environment in a way that reduces sweating and keeps your baby safe. The American Academy of Pediatrics doesn't give an exact room temperature number. Instead, they emphasize avoiding overheating and dressing your baby about 1 layer more than you would wear in the same room. The easy rule is comfort plus 1. If you're fine in a t-shirt, your newborn might wear a cotton sleeper plus a breathable sleep sack. Skip hats indoor once you are home. Babies release heat through their heads, and avoid any weighted sleepwear or blankets. Please, that is a no-no. Those products are not recommended because they can increase risk in the sleep space. If you're checking for heat, feel the chest, not hands or feet, because little fingers and toes run cool. A quick word on bedding. Keep the crib simple, flat, firm mattress, fitted sheet, and your baby. Nothing else. No loose blankets over the top. No draped covers to darken the bassinet. No pillows or bumpers. If you're worried about warmth, dress in layers or use an unweighted wearable blanket. That setup reduces both sweating and safety risks. Now, why does the head sweat so much? Well, the head is a major heat release zone, and your baby's thermoregulation is still maturing. Add a warm surface like a caregiver's chest, then transfer to a pre-warmed mattress, and you have the perfect recipe for a sweaty scalp right as they drop into deep sleep. That's why you can see a soaked hairline even when the rest of the body is dry. It's usually harmless and fixable with lighter layers and better airflow around the sleep space. Let's make this practical. Before bedtime, look at 3 things: the room, the outfit, and the sleep gear. If the room feels stuffy to a lightly clothed adult, crack a door or adjust the thermostat. Choose breathable fabrics like cotton for pajamas. If you're using a sleep sack, pick an unweighted one appropriate for the season. If you're swaddling a newborn, stop as soon as the rolling attempts begin and always place baby on the bed. After you lay your baby down, do a quick trunk check in 10 to 15 minutes. If the chest feels hot, the face is flush, or you see sweating, remove a layer and recheck. These tiny tweaks goes a long way. If you love exactness, you can use a simple thermometer to learn what comfortable is in your home. But don't chase a magic degree. Focus on the trunk check and responsive layering. That's the safer strategy. Let's talk about when sweating is a clue to something else. If your baby sweats heavily during feeds, tires quickly when eating, or isn't gaining weight, call your pediatrician. Those signs, especially when clustered, can point to conditions like congenital heart issues that need a proper exam. If sweating at night comes with a fever, cough, or they seem unwell, you treat it like any other illness in a newborn. Check the temperature and call if it's 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius or higher. Remember, it's the combination of symptoms that matters most. Before we move on, if you want a simple checklist that covers this room setup, plus feeding cues and when to call prompts for weeks 1 to 4, download 0 to Zen below. It keeps everything on one page so you can make quick decisions even on low sleep. I also want to normalize the parent experience here. Many moms and dads wake to a sweaty-headed baby and immediately worried about SIDS or sudden infant death syndrome. Overheating is one modifiable risk factor. That's why we avoid heavy layers and hats indoors, and a safe sleep space always matters. But a sweaty scalp by itself in a baby who's breathing comfortably on their back and growing well is typically not a warning sign. Your job is to keep the setup simple, do the trunk check, and call if other symptoms show up. Trust your observations. You know your baby best. Here's your quick game plan you can start tonight. Set up the crib or bassinet with just a fitted sheet. Dress your baby in breathable pajamas and add an unweighted sleep sack if needed. Skip hats indoors. After you put them down, check the chest in 10 to 15 minutes. If it feels hot or you see sweat, remove a layer. If they wake up sweaty from a nap but otherwise look comfortable, change the sheets, lighten the next layer, and move on with your day. If sweating comes with fever, breathing changes, poor feeding, or poor weight gain, call your pediatrician in the same day. And sooner if your gut says, this isn't right. As you keep practicing this, you'll notice a pattern. A couple of tiny adjustments make for a much drier sleeper. And as your baby's nervous system matures over the next few months, temperature control gets easier. You are allowed to learn this by trial and error. That's not failing. That is parenting. If this was helpful, grab 0 to Zen below for the rest of your first month shortcuts. Next, watch my video on setting up a safe, comfortable sleep space. You are doing a great job, and your baby's lucky to have you. Thanks for spending your time with me today. Hit the like button so I can continue to create informational videos like this. I'm Sherry, and I will see you in the next one.